Pelican Lake Ice Company was a Sioux Lookout-based ice harvesting company. It was started in 1926 by Herman Carlbom and Wilber Johnson. Originally, it was all horses and manpower. The first year, they put up 20,000 tons of ice, mostly for the Canadian National Railway and a little bit for themselves. It took from December until March, man and horsepower. As time went on, it got more mechanized, and they got better at it. This is the saw they used to score the ice. It didn't go all the way through, but it scored the ice, cut it with the rails that it rode on it, cut it into square blocks, or rectangular blocks, 22 inches by 44. And then the cut was finished by hand. Better than going to a gym. You got paid for it. Not much, but you got paid. This was the starting, the first cut. Be cut into floats, floated down towards the ramp, and this where it was scored would be split with a splitting fork, as you can see here. From here, there's Herman Carlbom. Herman and Wilber started it with the park on, put his hood down. They're feeding the blocks now into the channel. You see, this is what they call the hook. The other end of that cable is hooked up to a truck, originally horses, and he'd ride the hook up, takes it up to the ramp, and from the ramp it would be loaded onto trucks, taken to the ice house. And as you can see, these guys worked hard. These blocks of ice here in this picture are about 1,000, 1,200 pounds each. The weight varied depending on the thickness of the ice. Most of the ice, the great majority of the ice, went to the railroads, mostly CNR. Originally, just Sioux Lookout, at its apex in the early 60s, Pelican Lake Ice Company harvested ice in Sioux Lookout, Hornpain, Capriol, North Bay, Sudbury, Thunder Bay, and many boxcars were loaded and sent down to the States. There was a loaded truck up from the ramp. He's heading to the ice house, or a boxcar. And there's always kids playing around. Here they are loading ice into a boxcar that would be shipped down to the States. You can see how the guy with the hoist is pretty quick. This is they loaded. This is an ice house, and I think Sioux Lookout. Yeah, ice house is a big, basically a warehouse with very thick insulated walls. And the guys inside the ice house, they all worked hard. Wrestling those blocks of ice all day. They were in shape. Again, loading up a boxcar. Originally, they did some ice. They had their own ice house and loaded supplied Sioux Lookout, or the town, with ice for the ice boxes before refrigeration. Here we are. They're moving a boxcar, lining up to the hoist so they can pick the ice up into it. This is a shot of loading their own ice house. There was no roof on it. The top layer was covered with a thick layer of sawdust, and it was taken off all year long and delivered to the ice houses in town and to tourist camps, taking their fish and moose back. Like I said, in the mid-60s was its apex. Mechanical refrigeration made it obsolete eventually.